Hello everyone, my next response video here. This is for the X Revolution. Okay, this one is about, let's see, vocabulary acquisition strategies. Okay, hello Lao Shu, I've been following your videos for a while now, and I like the way you communicate with people and the way you encourage us all to keep learning languages. I have a short question about vocabulary acquisition strategies. In Turkish, I know grammar pretty well. I can read with no major problem, but when it comes to speak, words simply don't come to my mind. I have tried several methods to learn vocabulary, i.e. flashcards, but it doesn't work for me. I am able to learn structures used in everyday conversations very quickly, but vocabulary doesn't come that easy to me. It is even worse when I attempt to learn Ottoman's Turkish, since it is only learning a new word, but also learning how it is written in Perso-Arabic scripts. Could you tell me from your own experience with which methods worked for you and your friends while you were learning Chinese or any other language with a non-Latin based script? My target language is Turkish, as you know. Thanks in advance. Okay, so that's good that you know grammar pretty well. Now, vocabulary acquisition. Let me see. What you could do. Flashcards. It seems that everyone likes to use flashcards. I don't want to say flashcards are bad because they're not. I don't use flashcards, but if you use flashcards, you want to make sure you're using those. Each word you learn, make sure make sure you are incorporating those into certain structures, whatever structures you know or you've been working on. Incorporate those into those structures and make sure you use those. Find any way. I don't know how you do it, but find any way to use those in a conversation in any way. Okay, because like I mentioned before, whatever you learn, you have to use it. You have to use it. For a structure, vocabulary word, you have to use it right away. You can't just learn a vocabulary word and then just let it sit and that's it, and just hope to see it next time. You have to use it right away, because once you use it a couple times, it's going to stick, and then you may see it again when you speak to a native speaker, or you may read something and see it somewhere. I just love that. I love when I learn a vocabulary word. I'll see it somewhere from reading, or a native speaker will use it, and I say, I just learned that. I just learned that word. So you want to definitely try to use that. Any vocabulary words you learn, try to use them in a conversation. Okay, so you can learn a lot of vocabulary through, of course, writing journals, because you have to look up certain words. You have to look up words you don't know, of course. So writing journals. What else? When you're conversating, like if you're in a chat room, using a dictionary. If you don't know a certain word, just look it up real quick and write it down. And you could use, yeah, just pretty much just reading, writing journals, writing journals, and speaking with native speakers a lot, because they may use some words you don't know, and then when you ask them what's the meaning of the word, they'll tell you. You write it down. That's what I do. Okay, I don't spend a lot of time learning vocabulary, like, just like 50 vocabulary words and just memorize them. I don't do that, because I think it's kind of I don't want to say a waste of time, but it's going to take a lot of time sitting there trying to memorize vocabulary when you don't have to do that. You want to. I learned vocabulary from like real life situations. Like if I'm speaking with someone, if they use a vocabulary word I don't know, I'll ask them what it means, or I'll look it up. I'll write it down, look it up, and that's how I learn it. Or when I'm reading something, like a dialogue or whatnot, if it's a vocabulary word, if it's a vocabulary word, I feel that's something that I'm going to use on a daily basis, I will learn it. But if it's something that if it's something technical, and I'm not going to really use it, I'm not going to really pick it up, I'll have it stored. Like, okay, if I see that word again, then if I see it again, hopefully if I see it again, I will understand what it is. But I'm not going to put a lot of effort into memorizing it, because I'm not going to use it. So basically, you want to learn words you want to use. Okay, the vocabulary. Learn the vocabulary words you're going to use. You're going to use right away. So if you do that, then you'll find yourself picking up a lot of vocabulary. that way. So like programs like Rosetta Stone, they, they're good for vocabulary, but at the same time, all it is vocabulary. That's all it is. And there's some vocabulary, some irrelevant vocabulary that you won't even use. So you could use Rosetta Stone, but make sure when you use Rosetta Stone, you're incorporating those vocabulary words into some structures you've worked on before, or you're in the process of working on, and try to use those in a real life situation. So that's the only advice I can give you as far as vocabulary acquisition. So that's how I learn vocabulary. I don't spend a lot of time just take like 50 words and just read, try to memorize 50 words. That's a no-no. I don't do stuff like that. Now, if you do that, just you better make sure you're going to use those right away in the conversation, and incorporating those into some grammar you've been working on. So definitely you want to do that. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's from my own experience, that's what I've been doing. I'm still doing it, and it works. So, like I said, when you speak to native speakers, don't be afraid to ask them what it means, because what's going to happen is whatever they use and you didn't understand, they're going to tell you, and then the next time you speak to a native speaker, you're going to see it again, and then you're going to feel so happy. Say, oh, I remember this word. I remember this word because the last person I talked to used the same word. So that happened to me so much. So just real life situations, write stuff down, continue to write journals, get corrected or whatever, and read, and you will pick up a lot of vocabulary that way. You'll pick a lot of vocabulary. You don't really need flashcards, but if you want to use flashcards, you can use flashcards. I don't want to say flashcards are bad, but that's how I do it, and you should try it. So this will conclude this video. If you have any more questions, just let me know, and I'll get back to you ASAP. Thanks for viewing the video.